Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Guys, I was looking at the charts this early morning, not actually early, but you know, that's the life of lazy person. Early morning, and I was thinking, like, is there any point doing Bitcoin Daily today? Is there anything that we can talk about that's been happening on the chart that's really important, that we just need to do the Bitcoin Daily and look at Bitcoin and what's happening? And I was looking like, what am I going to talk about? Because Bitcoin is not actually doing that much. There is some kind of doji, almost doji being made on weekly time frame. We're going to look at weekly time frame. We just had a weekly close. And, I was thinking like, what is there? So I was looking a little bit and then I found that. I found that thing that's actually bullish, and that makes me think that there is no way, guys. There is no way we can go a lot lower down. There is no way. And I'm going to tell you the reason for that. Now, it is not very surprising reason. We talked about this before. But when you look at it again, it is so close. It is so close. How's everybody doing in chat? Crypto Unicorn. Hello, let's go. Crypto Unicorn, my #1 fan right now in this bear market. How you doing, man? Nice to have you here. Tyler likes dobro jutro from sunny Yorkshire. How you doing, man? this banana. How you doing? Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Christopher Kerr, morning all. Long-term bullish. Hopefully Bitcoin go down to 26 and nothing further. I just hope it stops here, man. I just hope it stops here and goes up from here. Today is the day for the pump and dump. Salvar, how you doing? Could you see Tron? There is some good action there. Yeah, so I mean, I've been talking about Tron, that Tron is actually a very bullish chart. And even yesterday it did 3%. Right now it's doing 3%. It's going inside this channel, whatever this channel is up here towards upside, 0.8, I think. You know, but it is a bullish chart, guys. It is a bullish chart on Tron up here. And I've been talking about Tron several times up here. It is bullish chart. It doesn't matter how you draw this. I mean, it is bullish chart over here. This broke over here, this broke, like everything broke over here, right? So the only thing we have up here is something like this over here from these tops up here, give or take. Where are the tops? Up here. Even this broke up here. So everything kind of broke. You know, so it is bullish chart, guys. There is, you can see up here right now, it is pumping towards upside because it just broke everything, right? And the only thing that right now left is this top up here, maybe this tops up here or something like this, that's not being broken. Even that is being broken, like everything is being broken. So Tron, extremely bullish chart, and goes towards upside. Not only that, you can see up here from the November up here, June low, it didn't go that much further down. It climbed back up here above these highs, and I do not know, you know, fundamentals on these coins, you know, why stuff is bullish or bearish. I just look at the chart and I'm saying, like, you know, this chart looks bullish, and it's been bullish chart for a long time. Can we take a look at LTC? Quickly look at LTC. What is happening with LTC USDT up here? Binance. Not much is happening. It's doing something like Bitcoin does, but a little bit, you know, differently. And you know, if you need to pick between, you know, a Litecoin and Bitcoin is always better answer, because this from the bottom down here towards the top up here did, you know, 100%, and Bitcoin did I don't know how much up here from the bottom 160%, and Bitcoin did, how much did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin did you know, maybe not as much. I don't know, from the bottom over here towards the 76. Yeah, Litecoin actually outperformed Bitcoin a little bit up there. LTC USDT, Litecoin actually outperformed from July, right? From June lows, right? From June lows, it outperformed by double the Bitcoin move, but it's consolidating up here at the top, something like that. Without actually looking for them, there is definitely, you can see these bottoms down here. I mean, it's really easy to draw the line up here, put the line up here, some kind of top up there. It's somewhere in the middle now, but it did bounce nicely over here. Right now, it's above the moving average. It's looking okay. On the weekly time frame, it did this, you know, bullish engulfing candle above 10-20 moving average, which is actually very bullish. There is also, you know, this doji down here at the bottom with the long wick on the downside. It bounced almost on the 50 moving average. Can it go again towards downside over here? Can, but it's still in the middle range up here. It's still climbing in this, you know, channel up here. You know how this is gonna play out a little bit. You know, there is nothing, you know, there is nothing that's very interesting about the chart right now, but it follows Bitcoin quite nicely. So if Bitcoin goes up, this goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, Bitcoin, you know, this goes down. So if Bitcoin goes up, this goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, this goes down a little bit. But I would assume this is gonna hold the support level on the downside. I would assume it. Let's look a little bit. Okay, it's halving soon. On LTC, not number one fan, you know. There you go. We like Unicorn. Unicorn is okay. Number one, Unicorn made a, you know, prediction. We were telling him that it's gonna go down, and stuff went up, so he got the bragging rights. That's number one. But number two, the more important thing, after he was right, he was very humble and did not brag for 2 days and 3 days and 4 days about the win, you know. So there is that. It's good things, good thing. We are a community, we love each other, you know. There is of course a little bit competition, but overall we try to help each other and be, you know, together about the wins and losses and stuff like that, right? Got me a stake but need to cash out ASAP. It looks okay. Okay, there is also, you need to consider these stops up here at the, these resistance levels at the top up here. You know, if it managed to break up here, it might actually do something like this up here, but there is very close to resistance levels up here at the top. So, you know, is this gonna do this, you know, right now, this move up here where it fails up here, goes down here and then drops down? I don't think so, and I'm gonna explain to you why that might not be the case. Hi man, got wrecked on mana and sand, but killing it on a render. It's good thing that you're killing it to something, man. Aaron, nice to have you here. How you doing? Okay, let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin. And first we're gonna talk a little bit about, you know, what's been happening during this week. Let's go to the weekly time frame over here. I think I lost my other channels and stuff like that, right? Let's go a little bit. Let's just clean everything, let's just clean everything and start, from the clean chart and talk about what's been happening up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. We're going to start with the weekly time frame up here. And we're going to talk first about what's happening on the chart. And then I'm going to tell you why I'm very much bullish for the next, 3 to 6 months or something like that. Actually, yeah. 3, 4, 5 months. Next 3, 4, 5 months, I'm very extremely bullish, and I'm going to tell you why is that so. So over here, as on weekly candles, you'll see that we had a bearish engulfing candle below the support levels. We tried to go up, failed that. We went down lower. We create a lower low over here on the chart, which is also bearish. Let me just pull something up here on the chart. There is no divergence on the chart as well when it comes to RSI. We also look like we might be getting the bearish cross up here on the downside over here. So it might actually, look like it might actually dump towards the downside up here. So everybody's a little bit, on the edge right now when it comes to charts, and everybody thinks that this might actually, again fall below the 200 moving average, very important moving average that we never before have actually crossed below. If you look at the chart over here, this is a different kind of chart. Let's remove up here this 200 moving average up here. Let's do the logarithmic chart so you can see this better. You'll see that this 200 moving average has been crossed a little bit before on the downside, but before this year we have never been this much down below the 200 moving average. And right now you are sitting on a 200 moving average. So the question is, are we gonna go again below the 200 moving average? Which I don't think is the case. So the 200 moving average is exceptionally big, support level. We have been down. We have been down inside accumulation zone. We came out of that level. You can see up here very nicely. We came out of that level. Right now, this might be some kind of retest of that level before we go towards the upside. Now, can we drop down here? Something we said that the move down to some kind of 22k to the 50 moving average might actually come. So we are always looking, but below 22k, then we are looking for 10k, right? Some of these people that are looking for 10k and stuff like that, we are not on that bandwagon just yet. But if we do go below this support level at 22k, we will be looking at 10k and 9k and 7k and all of those k's on the downside, but we are not even close to that yet. So right now it is stupid to believe that for whatever reason we're just gonna continue dumping it down towards downside. Now you might have some kind of reason to believe that's gonna be the case, and whatever, but until we are below the 22k, the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame, there is no reason to believe that this is gonna go to 10k. So yes, I do believe that there might be some kind of chance where we dump down to 22k, but I do not believe anything lower than that. Right now, even down here, I'm gonna tell you that dumping below the 200 moving average towards downside up here is of very small probability, and I'm gonna tell you why. But let's go just a little bit back and get some kind of lines up here on the chart and go to this chart over here. And what you're gonna see here right now is that we are actually bouncing a little bit off of that 200 moving average, which was very, very important level up here. We came down very strongly over here. We are right now bouncing a little bit up here over here towards the upside. And I was actually having a little bit, hopium that we might create some kind of doji down here, on yesterday's candle up here. So I was hoping for some kind of doji over here. That will mean that this might actually be morning doji star pattern that bless back towards the upside. Unfortunately, if you squeeze it enough, it looks like a doji, but it's kind of not a doji, right? It looks like a doji, but it's kind of not a doji because this looks like a hammer kind of, hammer kind of candle, and it's not actually a real or very close to the doji candle, right? This can still go towards the upside, but it's not what I was actually looking for. But it is okay because you can see this huge red candle, you can see these lesser candles, and right now you see almost a doji up here at the bottom. So it looks like this dump is losing severity, and it's getting smaller and smaller, right? Can it continue towards the downside over here? For some reason it can, but we are right now not quite there. Also let's zoom in a little bit up here and post this. Where is this line up here? Something like this up here. It's actually going something like this. No, it was going down here. Something like this. Yeah, this line down here, over here, and then you can pull it up here, and there's this line, right? So we are sitting on some kind of support level up here, right? You can see up here, very nice holding support level. So big question is this gonna just do some stuff like this up here right now and crash towards downside over here again towards these, you know, 23k levels, maybe even down here 22k levels? It can do that. It is getting, you know, squeezed over here, but we are not losing faith until we are actually below that. And there are reasons to believe that this is not gonna be the case, that we're gonna get down here towards downside. And the reason is, I mean, we technically can, because we still have like 2 weeks left. Not 2 weeks left, we still have a month left and 10 days, you know. So a month left and 10 days is something like, you know, all the way up here. So until we get to that point, like, we can actually do that, right? We can actually do that. We can continue dropping towards downside. But it would be nice to get some kind of, you know, bounce over here and continue towards downside, because this is a downtrending channel. So if this downtrending channel goes towards downside a little bit, you know, we are looking at 25k or whatnot, right? If it breaks on the downside, that might be actually bad. And that's going to be the first telltale sign that, you know, something is really, really bad. And I think Milana's channel is not actually this channel over here. Milana's channel is not actually this channel over here. It is actually going something like this over here towards upside. There is the channel, maybe a little bit, you know, skewed up towards upside up here, something like this, give or take. Over here, this is the channel, right? So if we are gonna have a big dump over here, I don't think it's gonna happen, you know, on the breakout of this line over here, and, you know, just dump. If you have a big breakdown, it's gonna be when we actually exit the channel towards downside, right? So I don't think that's gonna happen, but we can definitely continue in this channel towards downside for a while right now. And, you know, we can go up, we can go down, we can do, you know, a couple of things up here. But this channel, until this channel breaks either towards downside or towards upside, not much is happening on the chart. Not much is happening on the chart. And I'm keeping the bullishness because the thing that's happening over here, you know, this is still following this pattern that I'm considering, you know, that might actually bounce. So we had a huge dump towards downside, big move up to the 10 moving average, pull down, try to get above 10 moving average, pull down, try to get above 10 moving average, pull down. And we can see here, you know, the theory is that, you know, you know, you hug this 10 moving average until you get above it, and then you have a nice move towards the upside. So I'm still looking for, you know, some kind of bounce up here and continuation, because, yeah, I think if we are gonna, you know, crash towards downside, then I think this 20 moving average gotta come in play and then crashes towards the downside. But that's not the case just yet. So as you see up here, not much has happened. You know, we were hoping for doji on the weekly candle, did not happen. We are not, you know, we are still above 200 moving average on the weekly time frame, so, you know, we still okay. We are still in the channel and, you know, rising a little bit, creating some kind of bottom down there, which is still okay. But this can definitely, you know, for whatever reason, go a little bit more towards downside, a little bit more towards upside. Doesn't matter. That's not the bullish. So where is the bullish scenario that I talked about in the start of the video? What am I looking at that I am thinking it is a very, you know, very confident building? So I was looking at a little bit about these other charts, and I was looking at Cardano for some reason. And let's go to the weekly time frame of Cardano up here. Let's remove the moving averages because we don't need them. And let's remove everything else that we don't need on the chart, just for the sake of presentation. Let's remove this, let's remove that, let's remove that, let's move this dot up here, let's move this line up here. So as you can see up here, we are on some kind of, you know, bottom down here in this channel towards downside. And I was thinking like a little bit, you know, will these altcoins dump down big time right now? Will these altcoins, you know, explode towards downside right now over here, break these, you know, major support levels, you know, because right now we got a higher highs, you know, we're going inside channel, higher highs, higher lows, you know, will we explode towards downside over here and lose the channel and do something like this over here? And I don't think that's gonna be the case. I was thinking like, how can we go down when the moons are always in our favor, right? When the moons are always in our favor, right? So I was looking at the moon phases up here, and as you can see right now, we got, let's go to the daily time from this over here. So we got a, you know, new moons that are dump moons and full moons that are pump moons. Pump moons. This was actually pushing us only sideways. Right now we're getting this dump moon, so, you know, people think that we might actually drop. But these new moons up here are dump moons. Oftentimes when you got a new moon that's not dump moon, it's actually bullish and stuff like that. Doesn't really matter. But these you know, these regular moons are actually not that important, right? This was important because this was the 20th April. This was the eclipse. This was eclipse new moon, and this was eclipse full moon as well. There was some kind of eclipse season over here going on. But right now that eclipse season is done, right? So we got a couple of more moons until June. This is a new moon. We got a full moon around here. We got another new moon around here, give or take, and we got a full moon again around July, give or take, right? So you know, you're gonna split them evenly up here, right? So we got a new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon up here, and this full moon over here is a very, very special full moon. And then after that we got a, you know, a new moon, full moon over here. We got a new moon, full moon over here, give or take. We got a new moon, full moon over here, and every new moon, full moon over here, and every single one of these, you know, full moons over here, there are new moons in between. Every single one of these full moons is a super moon. And I don't know how many of you guys have been following this channel, but you know, more than a year, almost 2 years time, we have been looking at the moons and trying to predict the dates, and the dates have been playing out very, very well. So it's really hard for me to understand, you know, how we can dump down over here, because we are not at some kind of top up here where we hit the you know, these full moon, super moons, and then, you know, dump down. We're actually going down over here towards this full moon, quadruple full moons. And yeah, once we get into those quadruple full moons, this October, this is not actually, this is new moon, right? Sorry, this is a full moon eclipse or something like that, a new moon eclipse, something like that. 14th October is right, doesn't matter. But we are getting into the super moon. So you know, are we gonna go down over here and then, you know, pump big time over here towards the upside? It might happen, because we still have like a month left until we hit June 1st or something like that, until we hit these first super moons, right? But it is more reasonable to believe that for some reason we're just gonna consolidate up here and then, you know, start on the full moons going towards the upside. It might get dumped down a little bit and then right back inside that again and go towards the upside. Let me show you something up here. Let's go to astronomy up here. June, July. So in July 3rd starts the full moon. So you got one full moon, we got a regular new moon, we got a second full moon, super moon, then we got a, you know, another regular new moon, then we have a third super moon, blue moon on August, then we got a new moon, and then we got a fourth full moon over here. So there is 4 full moons, super moons in a row between July and September. And on October 14, we are getting new moon and a new moon solar eclipse. So October 14, the pump is done and we are gonna go into consolidation, right? So on October 14, the pump is done, but between 1st of July up here, give or take, between the 1st of July up here and all the way up to September, October, up to 14th, so October up here, this is the super, you know, bullish, you know, place to be. There are no eclipses. It's a super moons, 4 super moons in a row. And the way I see it, this might actually, you know, do the, you know, big move up here and bounce us towards the upside. When everybody is at vacation, you know, do not understand what's going on, you know, we pump during the summer, right? So we pump during the summer. Nobody knows what's happening, right? We pump during the summer. Nobody knows what's happening. And when they finally come home from the, you know, vacation, they're like, oh, look at Bitcoin is, you know, Cardano, Bitcoin, everything's up, down. And then we go down, right? And then after, you know, halving, we go up again and stuff like that, right? So during, you know, summer times, we gonna pump, right? So I don't see actually any kind of, you know, big dump happening. I still see that we'll go a little bit more towards downside, but, you know, right now that we're gonna go into some kind of move towards downside down to, you know, 0 or whatever, 10K on Bitcoin, I don't see that happening, guys. I don't see that happening. It's really, really hard for me to understand how we are gonna go down between June, July. Where is July up here? July and October 14th, right? October 14th is the day, give or take, right? It's really hard for me to understand how we're gonna go and be very bearish on this, right? So the way I see it, there will be pump. So right now I think we are consolidating into this this level up here, maybe a little bit more down, maybe a little bit more up, but I still believe that there will be over here a big huge pump towards the upside. So this you know, this channel that's going towards downside, I think that eventually it will break a little bit towards the upside up here, come into this move up here and then go towards the upside. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's the you know, the only thing right now, not the only thing, but one of the things that are actually keeping me super bullish right now. And on this chart up here, you'll see the lines of here as well. Just remove some of these lines. I don't know why I have, you know, 50 million of these lines over here. I'll just clean the chart up here. And you'll see that we have this, you know, these dates up here, April 25, maybe from April 25. We go into the July, you know, we consolidate into July, you know, move. From July to October 14, we pump big time. And then when people come back from vacation and stuff like that, right, they see, you know, their form up here, and then we consolidate a little bit towards the downside. There is halving up here, and then after halving we just go towards the upside. So that is the plan, guys. That's plain. So looking at this part over here, you know, are we gonna go all the way down here and then, you know, pump a little bit and then go down over here and then, you know, have a small pump up here? It doesn't make sense, you know. What makes sense is higher highs, right? Higher highs towards the upside, right? And I do not believe that we are gonna go below anything like 22k or something like that, right? The 52 moving average, 50 moving average is at 22k. So lowest I think we can go is 22k. Can it push down a little bit more? Yes, it can, but on a weekly time frame it looks like dollar already might be stopping where we are right now because of the 200 moving average. And if you are gonna keep bullishness, on the chart, I think this 200 moving average might, you know, should hold. And you can see up here also the 10 moving average is coming for us up here right now. So you might do something like that over here, maybe consolidate and, you know, towards upside. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play out. But on the weekly time frame, we don't have a lot of candles left up here. So we got a, you know, 1 week, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 weeks left. I mean, in 6 weeks you can do a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of stuff. But that is the most bullish thing that I see on the chart. 4 supermoons in a row, starting July, 1st July, starting 4 supermoons. From 1st July until 14 October, we're gonna pump like crazy. And on 14 October, we're gonna have a dump. So remember the dates, we know the dates. And the central plant is in the chat, he knows that we know the dates. Did I just miss the moon analysis? It's okay, it's just the previous moon analysis that we did before, so there is that. But we know the dates, the central plant, right? We know the dates, we always know the dates. We don't know the levels, but we know the dates, we even know the levels. We are so good on this channel, we know everything. Just kidding, guys. This means we go to 5k until 1st July, and then we pump from the full moons. If there is gonna be some kind of big crash, guys, I think it might be in October. Later this year in October, there might be crash. After the super moons, once supermoon play out, you know, I think that that might be it. Seems to be in line with XRPK's finish. There you go. So XRPK's finishes. Is XRPK gonna finish? If XRPK is finished in July, everything pops. If it finishes in October, everything is dumping in October. XRP dumps. So there is that. Should we swing trade the moons? You can definitely swing trade the moons. But just remember, between 1st July and 14 October, it's just up. Like literally just, you know, up from 1st July to the 14 October is just up. After 14 October, you know, it's a dump train. It's a big dump. I think on the 14 October, there will be such a huge dump. It's gonna be the best short of your lives. The Jordan XRP is looking at the moon phase to determine his verdict. Yeah, maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's doing that. Okay, guys, like I said in the start of the video, I don't have much actually to come with right now because the price is not doing anything. The hope right now is that this pattern up here on the downside up here, you know, it's gonna consolidate, break up here towards the upside and have a nice pump towards the upside, and again consolidate into the 1st July or something like that. I do believe that, you know, we are at very hugely strong you know, support level down here at 200 moving average. Also we got a 20 moving average here, we got a, you know, 24 down here, which is very important. We got a wicks down here, we already did this wick down here below the 200 moving average. So I do not believe that right now that we are gonna go down. I believe that this channel up here will eventually break towards the upside because it is very steep, you know, traversing channel towards the upside. If you remember a little bit back down here, you know, in time, a month ago or 2 months ago, when I come into this top over here, I said this doesn't look like a top to me. Like if you look this on a weekly time frame, this doesn't look like any kind of top to me. Like this looks like a double top up here or whatnot might actually pull down, right? This over here, consolidation, move up here, just, you know, rejection, you know, consolidation up here towards the downside. It doesn't look like any kind of top to me. You know, it just just looks like intermediate top, you know, in a bigger trend towards upside, right? It's not any kind of, you know, blow off top, any kind of extension move, anything like that, right? So I'm not considering this a top as well. It just, you know, it's just one of these, you know, one of these tops, like, you know, it's one of these bottoms, right, where we, you know, continue high lows and continue towards upside. That's what I'm looking at. So I am very bullish. Cannot wait for the 1st July. I think that's gonna be extremely good, you know, place to be. I think altcoins are gonna have a, you know, marvelous time, and you know, I think the summer is gonna be very good, guys. I think the summer is gonna be very good. October 14 come and everything dumps, so be prepared for that. And when that comes, we're gonna be having bragging rights, hopefully, guys. Enough chit chat. Have a nice day. The sun is out. They said that tonight the sun goes into rain, so I gotta use the day. Enjoy the day. Have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Hopefully not same time. Hopefully earlier than that. Bye bye, guys. Cheers. I'll see you around. Where is the outro?